Alrighty, hello, and welcome to a live Candlepin bowling from Mason Bowling Center, Leominster, Mass. Of course, you might have noticed there was no live bowling last week because I either have time on the weekends to do closing stores and ailing shopping malls or bowling. So you saw what I posted last week, so there you go. Again, we're at Mason's. They are playing jukebox, but there's so much bowling going on, it's kind of obscure, but when it gets a little loud, we're going to have to mute the audio. I don't know what I did to my right thumb, but it hurts. But we'll see how it goes. And last thing I did was duck pin, so lobbing could be an issue. And we know that I'm typically a little cardboard stiff when we first start anyway. Let's get going. And there we go. That's a foul. Just came off the duck pin, can't you tell? Start with a lovely 6. And my thumb's not loving me, but it's doing the job. Now a 5. So this game's pretty much junk, but off of duck pin that's normally expected. Which also shows you that yes, I do suck because I can't make the quick transition. Finally, decent frame, but the bowling codes are telling me something. Welcome to Mason's. Not the 10. Thumb's warming up a little bit. There you go. That's a warm-up. Halftime report. Start off lovely. Then lovely, we had to reset because we lobbed big time on the first ball. 9, 10, and a strike. We are at 40 with 2 El Stinko the bonus balls to come. Alright, El Stinko 1 gave us a 4, and that pin leaning on the wall does count as down. Not the best of fills on a strike, but a 7 still helps with the score. That brings the half to a 47. Now, if the music gets obvious, we're going to have to mute. I mean, all I hear is a bass line. I don't think, and I can't distinguish it, so. And a week 7, could have been worse. Three frames to get 18. Hello there, Nico. And Taser, I believe, because it's not letting me scroll enough to really see it. And we're collapsing. That's a 7. Two frames to get 11 to make the minimal requirements. And if I remember, as I say I always do and then don't, I'll explain the minimal and everything. Need a decent first and second ball. That's 8 of them. Need 3 to make minimal acceptance. The way things have been going in the last 2 frames, that might be a stretch. Then again, it might not be. I guess we got our 3 pins. Time for the 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. We just need 3 to hit middle of average, and again, we'll explain that later. so close. Here we are. We got an 8. The first 7 from the 2 balls making the fill there. Then a pair of 7s. Then an 8. And a strike with a spare fill. So close, but so far away. A 97. And yes, let's explain other things. High single 148 done at Putnam's, low 44 done here, as well as you see, the 125, that's the high at this house, prior to them making things easier. And by averages, according to records on according to ICBA records they have on casual league bowlers, not schmucks that just come in for fun like me, but I pulled myself to the leagues. Average skill is 80 to 100, so if you want to hit 90, 80 is okay. Blur is not okay. And I'm talking about the horrible focusing, not the band, which, hello, Watson. 2 marks in that game, and they're both strikes. Game number 2. Let's see if we can do better than an 11 in the first 2 frames. And we have to wait for the wood to settle down before we can throw again. If we throw and the wood was still, then it moves it and the slow count is good. But it has to be stopped when we make the delivery. Wrong wood. Take the 9. Speaking of nothing, where are my bowling balls? Yeah, those 2 were the safest bet, even though I was actually aiming for the head pin. 7. And more normal half. Still unimpressive by most YouTube records, being pretty much mostly candlepin shows that are with the good players. Lovely set. Magnets. Anywhere else that would have fallen. Wood played for the spare. Thumb's getting a little better. I don't know what I did to tweak it. It's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Let's find out. El Stinko stinks with the leave. Wow, that's a really bad one. What a 6 fill. I had no choice but to take the 7, go for the wide plank for the point. Curse of the fill. Halftime report, still not too bad. You got a 9, a 7, a 7, a spare, and another 7. The first ball knocking down 6. We're at 46, which is a pretty decent half, especially for my skill. Niner. Actually tied with the last game. Oh, Mayhemly colored pin is still there. See it right there? If I can get a strike on the special colored head pin, TNC Bank and Trust will pay me 25 cents. We've got 2 of those already today. Can we add a 3rd? If it curved a little more. That's a 7, it wouldn't go. Just like before, 18 within 3 frames minimum. And the ship is sinking with 6. decent 8. Last frame, we need at least 4. See, for the spare, I would have to go for the 3-pin. Now we go for the obvious. I completely missed for 7. Yeah, I passed my prime. You never know if a Cinderella game will still show up, though. 9, 7, 6, 8, 7. Decent 83. So we have only 2 good frames in there. Not exactly the best. Game number 3. Too many magnets. One bad thing about them fixing up the plates, you gotta wait for them to stop. I was thinking that 7-pin would go down, but the magnets held it in. Alright, I repeat myself because people jump in and out of these live streams. There we have the special colored headpins, which is used in the Mayhem Leagues. If I can get a strike on that, like I said, I've got 2 of those already. TNC Bank and Trust will pay me 25 cents, and those 2 are in Game 1. Almost the exact same thing, except the 8-pin is there. Aussie 7. Reverse half Worcester right for an 8. Let's just amuse ourselves. Yeah, the magnets would hold it down for the 9. Oh, lousy set. Hello, old hag Lugia? One, I got the brightness down so the thing don't overheat and it'll work better. And two, eyes are getting old, let's face it. Anyway, halftime report. 9, 7, 8, 9, 7. Well, right at the very bottom end of average skill with 40. And I don't need to check the text because one came in as soon as I was doing that. Oh, the magnet must have been weak in that thing. Bowling God's middle finger for 9. This is the lowest game, but yeah, if we keep it decent, it's still not too bad in my book. Week 7. If that were the first ball. Niner. Two frames, you get 15. The old Masons, we would not have got that. Now again, the problem is you gotta wait for the pin to stop rolling. I could risk it, but then if I hit it, everything's null and void. Worst case, we got an 8.
Lower to the ground.
Hindsight says I probably should have went for the fatter pit, but it's also a right-handed pit, so the middle finger would have been easier. Still missed him for the 8. Eight to 7. Welcome to Masons. Brooklyn shot's the only thing that will save this one. Game is officially junk with 6. Well, that fell apart. 9, 7, 9, 8, 6, 79. That counts as a failure. Typically, especially this place, if I get at least half of the games to be 80 or higher, it's acceptable. It's not great, but it's acceptable. And okay, yeah, no new comments. Sometimes the internet will hiccup, so if you post a comment and it doesn't show up, that you might have hit a hiccup. I generally try to acknowledge everyone if I can. I'm not intentionally ignoring people. Game number 4. Start with a lovely 7. Remember, this is lane hate. Probably the worst lane for my skill, even with the fixes. Best we can do now is the Emily. That's 0 and 1, and all of them in 2.
I got a 0. No, 0. Can you reset that for me?
Let's see where this one's going. 3. This is the worst game by 1, but that one wound up being the highest scoring. And 8's not going to work. See, whenever there's a good game, a good bowling ball will always be garbage. We gotta hit that V right there. Missed, but it was close enough.
It's amazing. That's amazing.
I was surprised.
What an amazing.
It's close, but I was surprised. Anyway, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? So far, leaves might have stunk, but the fills were okay. Welcome to Masons. You gotta hit it on the proper side of the head pin. Otherwise, this frame is junk. I mean, this game's junk already, so a one fill. Being the spare is nothing. Nine, but I think the damage has been done. I'm a quarter Worcester, not bad at all. Here comes the halftime report. 7-3, how lovely is that? Then an 8, then a spare, then a 9, but of course the first ball only took 1 because, hey, why keep a bad game down when you can suck it the whole way through? 38. But we've had sucky starts and strong finishes. Usually that's not the case. But let's see how it goes. It has to happen in order to have had happen. Damn thing at the curve. Ten, that's help. We're 1 away from the worst. It happened twice in game 1, so can we do it again in game 2? There's the special color head pin. And because people jump in and out, we repeat. If we can get a strike with the orange head pin, TNC Bank and Trust in Fitchburg will pay me 25 cents. Niner, that helps. Now we surpass the worst 1 by 1. already. We eked an 8 out of that one. Now we're tied with it again. Take a niner. All right, to squeak it in, we need 6. I didn't get a good chance to clean them today, so just get a little loose dirt off, maybe. And a lovely 6. Well, we made it. More proof that you know the name of the show. 10, 9, 8, 9, 6. Squeaked it in with a minimal 80. 90 is average according to ICBA standards of casual league bowlers. I'm going to clean my hands. They're coming back filthy. Alrighty. Game number 5. Check the battery. That's good still. Week 7. Apparently an elderly guy that comes here frequently. He watches this little misadventure if I'm here when he is. And there goes the game of 5. Not the worst game, but it ain't great. The magnets on the 8-pin are pretty good. 9 ain't enough for now. We're better than the worst. Niner with a gift 10. That 10 helps. There's a Caleri and a 9 pin. Saved it with 9. Here's the halftime. Here's the halftime. 7, 5, 9, 10, 9. Again, right at the very bottom of average skill with a 40. Back toward the 10 box. Hello, drum machine. And with the the old Masons, that never would have happened. There it is. There it is, people. Spread eagle with prey in the left talon that you probably cannot see. As I say, less pins into more, if that were not so dead on. That niner wasn't too bad. Calling God's middle finger for 9, thanks to the piece of wood. And another garbage shot, but plenty of wood. Ooh, that V on the right. That V on the right just happened. That could be a spare. Or -1. And a lousy 6. Yeah, this one needs help. All right, we need 6, but we know how that's been a tall order at times. Good enough. 10. Continuing to watch my average plummet faster than, I don't know. 9, then that, then an 8 and a 10, or at 82. I was going to say game number 5, but I'm counting past, successful games and failures. We're at 6, so 4 minimal acceptance at worst games and 1 that stopped. Game 6.
Oh my god. You know it's yours. You want to take it? Yay! Okay, wait, you're up. You know I'm going to be fine.
Definitely not the one I was aiming for, but 8 nonetheless. Best I could have done was 8 no matter what. Remember who's playing. Ten. Sadly, an 18 after 2 is the strong game. Called strong start. And there we have it again, the spread eagle. Just the spread eagle.
7?
Well, it was a spread eagle. Decent spread eagle outcome. aiming for the one on the right, but hey, we'll take the one on the left. And I think if I hit that gutter pin that's on the plate, it would count if I capped it on the far end, but then again, it would have been past the pin anyway. Niner. Sadly, this is the best second half. Well, second best half. 8 and 10, then the 7, then a 10, and a 9. Meeting my low score of 44, which, yeah, right there. High single 148 at Putnam's. High here is a 125. Let's continue. And a spectacular 5. That pretty much wrecked things. Hey, the bowling balls are going to need to be cleaned. That went in the gutter. Again, we're going for the Emily. That's a 0 ball 1 and everything in ball 2. There we go, worst frame of the day, and what probably sunk the whole thing, a 2. Need 19 in order to make it. Too little, too late. We need a mark. If we don't, we're going to practice our city tournament opening shot. Since this game is junk, let's practice the Putnam Street City Championship opening shot. Didn't matter anyway, so I'm set. Last time we went out and did that, it actually knocked pins down. Anyway, yeah, not worth seeing anyway. A 5, which ruined it. A 10. That really ruined it. The 2, can we focus on it now? Because that's true, because if I'm not getting any better, 8, 76. And that would be halftime, for which I will... This is halftime. Be back in a second and clean the bowling balls. Massachusetts has lowered some more restrictions from the pandemic. So battery low, it's telling me. So in goes the outlet there. Now as it heats up from charging, as it gets remotely warm, it'll probably freeze and I'll have to use crappy cam. Anyway. We may be heading back to Putnam Street Lanes once A, Chris and I want to go there, or B, if I'm alone, if they lift the mask on while bowling mandate, which technically has never been a thing, but the city of Fitchburg, I don't blame Putnam Street, the city of Fitchburg, well, they seem to be pretty stupid on how things go. Anyway, let's start the second half. We're at 60% here, which is okay. And we start with a week 7 because why get better? sinking already. That's about where we wanted it. Got a 9. Let's get the 10 pin down. Now we're stuck with 8. Which is not cutting it. Yeah, the magnets on the 9 are holding strong. Eight's not going to cut it right now. Pair of 7s, a 9, an 8, and an 8. 39, 5 years and 0 to show for it. Let's keep going. Wait for that pin to take a million years to settle down. And no, further to the left is better. It has to settle down or it will not count as a pro if it's hit. That isn't a place where we could make something happen. Not right enough. Eights don't cut. That just barely, I mean just barely stayed on. These gutters even up there are half pipes, so if that dropped in the gutter you would have seen it. That's a 10 and that helps. We are starving for a mark. It's not going to cut it. Oh, wait a minute, it did because of that. There we go, it's in. Last frame we need 5, but we got a 2, so we know it could fail. We made it. That's 3 games in a row without a single mark. And alrighty. 8, 10, which helped a lot. 8, another 10 that helped, and an 8. Wasn't too bad of a second half, especially for you-know-who. 83, watching my average tank. 5 out of 7 good. 5 years and nothing to show for it. I think we've reached our apex before the pandemic. Anyway, game number 8. It was behind the line though. Going for the head pin, either way a 9. Again, tying the strongest 2-frame start, but it also was the worst game. And we got our special colored head pin. Like I say, people jump in and out of these things, so I repeat. If I can get a strike with that as the head pin, and we've done that twice in game 1 and never saw it again, TNC Bank and Trust will pay me 25 cents, but the way things have been going, I think Tony will be safe and Mario won't have to break the bad news. especially when his friend Bob Caleri shows up. And an 8. I'd like some marks, but 10 ain't bad. The highest score I ever achieved without a single mark is a 92. Nowhere near that. The only hope was to slightly hit the 6 pin on the right and knock it into the 8. And 8's what we're getting. And dead. Let's just see if unplugging will do it. Nope, she's frozen. On the crappy cam because, well, we can't do well. 9-9, 8-10-8, 44, 3.5 games and not a single mark to be found. Tied right now with the low single. All right, here we go. And like I said, if you're sending in comments, chances are the internet's blipping out the way the video frame rate looks. So there's no intentional ignoring of people. I try to acknowledge everybody. Let's continue this game. Niner. Well, being too soon, there's our special colored head pin. 25 cents if I can get a strike, courtesy TNC Bank from Trust Fitchburg. Got a 10. Three frames get 17. did the no-no and went for the guts and glory, which 8 is better than 7, so it paid off. Nine and 2. Something was on that one. Anyway, we're asking for too much again. At least to me. Appropriate middle finger for 9. Oh, we still got another frame. Well, this may be 4 games without a single mark. And will be, unless I got stupid lucky. I was going for the front pin on the right, not far enough. We'll take that 9. Which still means we only got 1 game in the 90s. All right, we met the minimum requirement. I forget, I'm on the crap cam, so we don't need to do the focus because it's a pinhole. 9, 10, 8, 9, and 9. Only 1 game in the 90s, and that's it. 6 out of 8 good games, minimum good games of mediocre run has been achieved. Let's continue with game number 9. We know the deal because it's a little too soon, but I'll still go with the spiel anyway. Get a strike with the colored head pin. TNC Bank and Trust, Fitchburg, Mass. Will pay me 25 cents. Let's go. Four games without a mark. And you say I don't suck. Niner. A 19 is sadly the best 2-frame start we have. That was an interesting way to get 8. stuck with a lily pad and a 7. Halftime. 10, 9, 8, 10, 7. Almost middle of average again with 44. It would be nice to get a mark or a game in the 90s, which hasn't been seen in forever. Actually, positioning's okay. Let's continue. High-low jack for 7. This is where the ship sinks. Remember who's playing. The second ball was sweet, but remember who was playing. That's a 9. Need 20 in these 3 to minimum acceptance. Niner. 11 and 2. Barely behind the line. I'm already calling it a good game because we just need 1. Yet another game with no marks. Five games without a single mark, which proves how much I suck. 7, 9, 9, pair of 10s for a markless game, 89. Proof I suck. 0 marks from game 4 to game 9. Well, let's see how this markless game will wind up. And again, yeah, if I get a strike, which won't happen, 25 cents TNC Bank and Trust. Not going to happen, who cares? Seven. Now every time I hit the head pin, I get garbage. I guess we can throw this one away already. Niner, it'd be great to have a mark. Niner, all I get is crap when I throw the first ball. Niner. On our quest to have absolutely no marks after game 3, 7, 14, 9, 9, 8, 41. Let's see what this markless game winds up in. And down we go with a 6. Niner. Eight's a bit dangerous. And 2. Niner. Need a minimum of 7. Markless from now on. Proof that I sucked 6 entire games and 0 marks. And we're at the bottom end of acceptability. 6, 9, 8, 9, 9, 82. Proof I suck. 0 marks since game number 4. And I can't compensate for duck after playing duck pin, which proves the whole thing. Will we actually get a mark in the last 2 games? Probably not. Let's go. Niner. Somehow I'm managing to have decent games with 0 marks. 6. And we sit and wait for that pin to settle down. All right, a 9er. We continue the suckage because 5 years, what do we have to show for it? 9, 8, lovely 6, 8 and a 9, barely passing with 40. Barely. Minimal 8. A mark would be asking for too much, like I said. One, two, only 3 games had any marks in them. Nines help and 8s are steady. A 9er. $14 to make minimum. 2 frames. 10, but no marks. Just need 4 for minimum. Well, I got the minimum, and that's about it. Holy shit, a spare. Nearly 7 games in, El Stinko, the bonus ball. I can hear the applause. 1 frame away from 7 completely markless games. That's what I'm looking for. I just need 3 to hit middle of average, and we can have a second game in the 90s. Six fill, which ain't bad. I'm not holding out hope for a spectacular finish. That typically means we have a decent run. I mean, yeah, so far 9 out of 11 games were good, but holy crap, no marks and everything till now. 8, 9, 9, 10. Somehow that happened, and we got a 6 fill and a second game in the 90s. Boy, do I suck. You would think I'd get better after 5 years. Clean the balls one more time for the final game. And for those of you that watch my Minecraft videos, this is allowing the balls to dry here, is because work decides to pretty much never let me have a life. That's why I haven't seen too much on Twitch lately. I plan, if I have energy, as I have on the new title card, if work allows, Fridays at 10 o'clock at night, which of course work hasn't allowed. Or now I've added in, and today is the day, the very first Saturday of the month. February kind of slid by me. So today, if you like the Minecraft live stream on twitch.tv/GeorgeF551, I plan to be doing it at 8 o'clock, provided that work hasn't killed me for today. I'm hoping not. Hoping I'll figure out to do something that'll keep the energy up. Anyway, time for the whimper game. The game that usually ends in a whimper. Although last time I was here, it ended with a big bang. That's rare though. More often it's a whimper. 50-50, a decent game. More like 50% it ends in a whimper. 49% of the time it's a decent game, and 1% it's a big bang finish. Let's see what we have. 9 good games or 10 good games? Well, 8. Minimal 8. 9s, 10s, and marks. Help absorb a full blow if we get one. Middle finger for 9. Time to sink the battleship, that's a 5. Headpin next to the 9 has to set the time it's moving. I don't know if we can. Oh, crappy candy probably can't do this. Eights aren't going to cut it now. And we're sinking. Like I said, half the time it ends in a whimper, and that's pretty much how it's going to go. So I guess we got 9 out of 12. 8, 9, the whole thing that ruined it, and another pair of 8s, a 38. Now I am surprised that after Drum Machine said backdoor 10 bucks, no comments have come through. People are enjoying the video pretty much, enjoying my failures. If more comments have come through, they did not come through here. So let's see how this disaster ends up. Wow, another mark. Five of the 12 games had a mark. Boy, people that are actually good at this do better than that. Here's El Stinko, the bonus ball, which you hardly saw at all today. At least the bonuses so far haven't been bad. Now that I said that, who knows? Oh wait, there was a bad bonus besides that too. We had a one. So we had two bad fills, which is the only good thing. Bad thing is only 5 fills through the entire 2, 3, 4, 6 fills the entire day. Week 7, rest of the fills. $23 in the last 3 to make it. Garbage throw, but a wide piece of wood to give me 9 and the middle finger. Two frames to get 14. There's another, it just stayed on barely. Because like I said, these gutters are half pipes. If it was going in the gutter, you would see it drop in. Niner. Well, nothing special. We need 5. Interesting way to get there. Thus ends the marks. Only 6 the entire run. We end with a lovely 7. What a craptacular run, yet 10 of the 12 games were acceptable. Well, spare, lousy 7, first ball knocking down 2, because, yeah, we can't have good. 9, 9, 7, 82. It was so promising in the beginning, then I had to prove how much I sucked. Game 1, 97, 283, 379, 480. And here's where marks didn't happen for a while. 582, 6, the low ball, 76, 783, 80, 889, 989, 1082. Proof I suck, 0 marks from game 3 to 8. 92 there, 82 there. Last 2 games had a mark. I don't know what to call that. Yeah, 10 of the 12 were acceptable, but of course it's the lane of hate. And even the guy said, unfortunately, we have to put you on 8 because he knows this lane is nothing but trouble. But at least the pin action helps. Probably made it instead of 6 good games. So yeah, very light on the comments today. Unless, like I said, it's been hiccuping so much they weren't just not showing up. So I don't know what to call it. But boy, did my average drop. But then again, as I always say, after playing ducks or 10 pin, I tend to have a rotten run. But then again, that shows you that I suck because I can't compensate for it. Anyway, who knows what to call this one? George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed at my expense and have a good one.